All right, people, you ever wonder what the day in the life of a mental health therapist looks like? Well, let me walk you through. My name is Mike Smith. You can find me on YouTube under Psychological Flexibility, also as Mike the Therapist. And what I do is mental health therapy. Every day I sit and I meet with clients. My background is in development and building of residential treatment facilities, inpatient, outpatient programs. I'm sort of a program developer. I take the need of an owner or a director or a CEO, and I kind of put together and formulate their programs, policies, procedures, kind of what that'll look like on a day-to-day basis. I've done that in the past, but I've also done substance use um, counseling or substance use disorder work. I am a nationally accredited addiction counselor. My background has also included a master's degree, completion of a master's degree in forensic psychology, focused on mental health, sociology, social sciences, things like that, and also how that intersects with the law. And it's dealt with everything from your general anxiety and depression to serious mental illness, intersected with co-occurring disorders and how that affects the laws, how the laws tend to, lock individuals up or hold them guilty by reason of insanity or under the influence, substance use, psychosis, and just your general mental health therapy. I've kind of done it all. I've helped develop medication-assisted treatment facilities, methadone clinics, and program outpatient group therapy for local, CEOs or agencies in the community. The type of clients I typically see today are folks struggling with anxiety and depression, grief and loss. That is the majority of it. Folks that are experiencing occupational oppression, folks that are of the BIPOC community as well. A lot of my clients are what they would consider minorities. Struggling with life transitions, that may look like losing a job, losing a loved one, breaking up with a loved one, or trying not to break up with a loved one. My doctorate degree is in marriage and family therapy. I'm currently working on that. I'm a licensed mental health counselor associate with my local Department of Health. I am currently working full-time at an agency. I work 3 days a week, and then on Monday and Friday, I run groups from 6 to 8. So really 3 full days and 2 days of just 2 to 3 hours a piece running groups. I do contract groups in the community, and I also am looking forward to kind of branching off, starting my own private practice. My morning routine starts of, meditation. I do a little bit of journaling. I kind of focus on maybe doing some reviewing client notes, setting intention, kind of getting some paperwork and documents ready, and handouts and things like that for the clients through the day. I work from an office in Tacoma, Washington. Let me show the office here. This is currently my space where I see clients, also where I do groups. The self-care I take before seeing clients is definitely deep breaths. I really like to take deep breaths. As you see, I drink some herbal tea. I'm an herbalist on the side. I do deal with herbs for mental health. And I try to focus on overall wellness of the clients as well as myself. So before the day really begins, I really kind of just take time for myself. And what does that look like? Your boy takes some deep breaths. Yeah, so I take deep breaths and I kind of look over the calendar, see who's coming in today, kind of get some material prepared for each client, making sure that I do review notes so I can stay relevant on what the topic was. Last week, I have a caseload of about 31 clients, at the facility that I currently work in now as a mental health therapist. I am, working on things like treatment plan updates. I kind of have a list of the clients who have treatment plan updates and the ones who need crisis plans. And as they come throughout the day, I kind of check those boxes of the things that need. I try to stay up with all the documentation. You got to review treatment plans every 90 days. And so what I do is make sure that if we get an audit, my stuff is already done, or it's in the process of being done, saved and not completed. So either way, they see that the work's getting done. That way you avoid a ding by the audit and have to not create a new corrective action plan and change any operating procedures and policies to make sure that they're appeased, right? So yeah, I constantly have the front desk. A lot of times before I see clients, make sure that their insurance is valid, or I check when to see the last time their insurance was valid. If it was valid at the beginning of each month, it will be valid for the most part for the whole month. So I typically see clients for about 50 to 53 minutes in that break time. You kind of break apart some of the problems for the day. They may break down, start crying. You got to kind of start walking to put them back together by the end of the session. And then you got about 7 minutes to have your note written. And most times I write my notes collaboratively with the clients in session, because you got about 7 minutes to use the bathroom, do a stretch, drink some water, anything like that before the next client comes. However, I am looking at putting a 10-minute buffer in between each session. And if that bumps clients out, my time is important, just as important as theirs. Once you become a therapist and you realize that you're not chasing the dollars are just piling in. You can adjust your schedule based on how you need it to work for you to be most effective for the client. If you're rushing session after session, you're not going to be your most valuable player, I guess I would say, during that session. So make sure that you take time for yourself. Make sure that you take some self-care. And this is what it looks like. Then finally, some final thoughts on the day's sessions. I think that most days sessions go pretty well. Sometimes the clients love you. Most time you're there to lend an ear, right? To be a safe space for them. But at the end of the day, I kind of start to decompress. I play me some smooth, relaxing music. I do a reflection on the day and think about, man, today was challenging, or this client was really suicidal, or that type of thing. And I see most folks now at the agency I work in who have mild to moderate mental health challenges. However, I love doing the work, right? So I guess I would say, a key takeaway of being a mental health therapist is that therapy is really fulfilling. It requires a lot of energy. Self-care is key. If you found this interesting, let me know what you'd like to see next. I do make videos about certain topics. So check out the rest of the page, go through the playlist, and kind of let me know what you think. I appreciate you for stopping by. Have a great day.